Hey guys, gals, friends, and pals, this is Paul Eastx Twitch, and welcome to another episode of Saturday Game School, where we learn about a different game every Saturday of the year. Tonight, I'm joined on mic by Tyler.
Hello.
Yes, and I've also got BrandyKatz off to the side.
Hi.
We are playing Damsel for Xbox One. This comes from Screwtape Studios. It's also available on Nintendo Switch and Steam. It is not available on PlayStation. Sorry, Tyler.
Oh.
Yes, now this game is named Damsel, but it's actually about vampires. I don't quite see the connection between the title and the...
Yeah, but the M has fangs like a vampire, so it counts.
Yeah, that is fair.
It looks like it's written like a comic book, kind of in the background.
Yeah, it has comic book style story, I think. You got 3 different difficulties. Chill out. You can't die while playing chill out. That might be the best for our stream, but we're going to try balanced. Here we go. Market research. So it's actually like a simulated comic book.
She's got pretty eyes.
I'm in the alley. Yeah, I think the eyes are the best part of the art style. Good job, Vicky. Going in. Standard investigation. Platinum Astric has been playing Killer Instinct. Oh, she likes it. That's good. You know, I've known a lot of girls to enjoy the Dead or Alive series. Collect skulls to keep the combo alive. The more skulls you have, the more points you get. Dead or Alive is very easy to play, and it's very colorful. Alright, so this looks like a run-and-gun shooter, Tyler. We were just talking about those earlier. Didn't you say you're no good at run-and-gun shooters and platformers in general, Tyler?
Pretty much. Like, I mean... Like
So
on
is she
Super
the
Mario
vampire or is
Galaxy,
she a
I have to
vampire hunter?
have... I'm the second controller that just shoots little sprinkle stars. That's all I can do on the game.
Oh, that's rough, Tyler.
Yeah.
So you have to play on the baby mode and whatnot.
Right.
DOA.
Matt, that seems very unlikely. Dead or Alive. Everyone knows when I start playing Dead or Alive, I turn the bounce off, and like if there's blood, I turn that off, and I mostly play with my eyes closed, so I can't even see anything when I'm playing.
What is this load of what?
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a shame there's no more Killer Instinct. I think they just had a contract with Microsoft for a while, Ectotastic, and eventually they completed it. COFFIN-BUSTER. Damsel will melee instead of shoot if you're close enough. Oh, nice. You know, I have Dead or Alive Extreme 3 for PlayStation 4 on disc. The only disc-based games I ever buy are import games. 'Cause it's a little easier than buying the Japanese version and some... I mean, from, like, the Japanese store, you know?
Yeah.
It's weird that all these things are falling.
I don't... Oh, yeah, the numbers.
Yeah.
It's kind of stylish the way it does that. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a 2.5D game. Touching electricity will disable my gun, so then I... Ow.
Can't shoot.
It also... Did it kill me? So then you just have to melee. I see. That's what the point they're making there. So I need all the... Ow!
That little sparkle stuff hurts you.
Well, there's no way around it. It's a barrier. But... There we go. Mission complete. Nice short levels. I like that. I agree, Lindar. New Darkstalkers would be awesome. And I hate the Darkstalkers for Xbox 360 is not backwards compatible on Xbox One. Fancy. Are my boots too casual? Oh, look at her legs. They're little stubby legs. Oh. The anatomy of it. I don't want to think about it. Tyler, didn't you say you once dated a girl with inhumanly short legs?
Yes.
What was that like?
Awkward.
Oh man, it's gotta be. Tap Y repeatedly to cut the rope and rescue hostages. Hey, you remember that game, Cut the Rope?
I remember that game.
It was fun. I got all the achievements in one of them.
It was a little too physicsy for me.
Yeah, I admit it's not my style of game of choice, but it's one that's popular enough that you can find solutions for everything if you look online. You know, like YouTube videos and
I like
screenshot
when you let
guides.
them off, they start
Yeah, it
dancing.
got pretty popular.
Alright,
like
we beat that level. Oh, darker player. Tyler, did I ever tell you, this is not a joke, I once went on a date with a lady who only had one leg.
And there's really no punchline?
No, there's no punchline. She lost her leg in a boating accident. It was very sad.
I don't get it.
You don't? Where's your sense of humor, Tyler? Otherwise, she was actually a very pretty lady, but we didn't actually have anything in common, so it didn't go anywhere. Yeah, God, Tyler.
I teach biology
horrible.
with somebody with only one leg.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's got a robot leg. I think she just had like a real plain fake one.
Ah.
Like a peg leg, like a pirate.
Yeah,
Did
it
she
was
wear an
based.
eye patch? Because that'd be cool.
I agree. That would have been cool.
Should
Oh,
just
yeah.
played up the whole pirate angle.
That was actually early in my dating career, so apparently I kind of blew an opportunity for there to be a little bit more to the story.
Didn't have enough confidence yet to ask out women with 2 legs.
Yeah, there's always
That
that.
that too. I had to work my way up to the 2-legged variety. It's good that you understood. Very subtle, Tyler.
Thank you.
Hey, what's homie Drew sharing?
Stop.
I
Damsel.
don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but no, like
Like Luke carrying Yoda.
the yes, just like that. No, Matt. But no, it's interesting. Like, if you think, for anybody who's been dating for a little while, it's quite interesting to think of how differently things, like how you handled things back when you were 18 or 20 compared to how you would in your 30s or beyond. Quite different. But, oh well.
Mine wasn't different.
It wasn't.
Nope.
Tucks and Barrels. You're like, I always move in immediately.
No.
Ow! So, my impressions so far, Tyler, are that the engine's pretty alright. The visual style is acceptable. It's a little. I mean, I hope it gets a little more action. Oh, a hostage was killed. So we learned you can't let the hostages. Can't
Yeah, it looks like there's like micro levels.
I like that they, as I said, I like when they dance. They start dancing when you let them go. It's cool.
Hey, get off me. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to be more stealthy and then they won't kill the hostages. Was her name Jai Courtney? Like the actor? I don't think it was.
She's sashaying.
But you want to use a little bit of stealth, apparently, to keep the hostages safe? Not bad, Darker Player. I don't believe I've earned any achievements today, unfortunately. I was just thinking how I needed some more for an Xbox Rewards challenge. The hostages make these mumbling sounds. It's kind of disconcerting.
Well, they're about to get eaten by vampires. What do you expect?
I guess so. And, I mean, it does help you find them. Ooh, Damsel was killed. I gotta do better. Jai Courtney is a man. That's a good point. Matt's very good at differentiating genders based solely on someone's name and appearance.
Everyone
Somebody's
has like
gotta do
specific
it.
talents, and that's what Matt's good at.
Yeah, so I can't fault him for that. So I gotta be a little more careful here. I mean, I don't think the game taught me to play carefully by starting out very simplistic. I don't know. Hey. Reminds me of Stealth Inc. 2 or something. I don't know why. Ow.
There was like
So-
toxic sludge.
Yeah, note to self, don't kill that thing.
It explodes like those things in PSO.
Oh yeah. I don't want to go to a lower difficulty, I just want to get my head wrapped around it. The
He
lower
wants to mash
difficulty,
himself against a wall. Come on.
you can't even die.
Besides, then we won't have anything to make fun of.
Boo. I just have to not get shot. I shouldn't have... What killed me? I think I'm actually dying from poison from that green barrel. Could that be what it is?
I know one of the zombie guys threw something at you, but
Why
I don't
would
know
that
if your
kill me?
health was low already or not.
I don't know. I haven't figured out the health. Like you have 3 hearts in the corner or something.
And they drop more when you kill them, but you can't actually pick them up. So why can't I just pick them up?
Hack the laptop.
We're trying to figure it out. So Tyler, what have you been up to this week?
I worked some and I played a game called Moonlighter.
Oh yeah, you indicated that you were interested in trying that one.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I've been playing it most of the day today.
Were you in...
And, yeah, not too much more.
Okay, well on the subject of Moonlighter, Tyler, because that's a popular game, but were you inspired to play it by the classic Bruce Willis show Moonlighting?
No. Sounds like an 80s movie.
It is
It
an
is.
80s TV show. It's where Bruce Willis got his big break. He wasn't
Oh.
always a huge star.
I thought he was born like a celebrity.
You would think, right? Because of the way his celebrity star never fades. But, yeah, he was on this TV show with Sybil Shepherd, who also used to be a famous person.
Used to be a famous person.
Yes, and it was a very good show. And there was this guy who does a lot of voices in, like, American Dad and stuff. He was a character. Oh! Am I alive? I'm still alive. I just got electrocuted a bunch. I do like how they dance after you rescue them. That's a very nice touch.
I like
That
it.
is.
And that ant's funny, too.
So it's got a bit of personality. The whole jump against walls to go up. You know, the vampire part of the game, I don't really get it.
Just to give it some sort of aesthetic appeal, maybe.
I guess so. Just like, what kind of bad guys should there be? Oh, I know, vampires. And that's
Well, it's
just
like
what they do.
vampires or zombies or mutants or mummies. That's about all you get.
What
Red
about
Mist.
what about like bondage ladies?
They
Not
can
like
Type
that.
O, Type A+.
I don't see why not.
They're red.
yeah.
That's blood types.
Time challenge. Collect the skulls. Okay.
Synthetic
I'm not
human
sure, but this
blood.
might be a world where everyone's a vampire and there's some that are bad and some that aren't.
Hey, that synthetic blood thing reminded me of True Blood.
Interesting.
Because they have that in that show/book series.
Ah, I've
And-
never seen it.
Yeah, me
And the
neither.
different flavors.
I'm going to be honest. Something with vampires has to go the extra mile to make me be interested.
Being male, they don't particularly appeal to me.
Yeah, for some reason, girls like them better. In general.
I can give you
Brandy
2
has a
3
theory.
reasons why.
It's because all the male characters have names like Lucian and Dorian, and women just eat that up.
And they get almost naked. Yes!
There's that. Also, a hostage was killed. What killed him? I don't know. But we streamed, you know, we
Yeah,
did a
not that
midweek.
one, Linder. Other way.
We did a midweek stream of a vampire game called Vampire the Masquerade Coteries of New York. It was all about vampire coat shops. Very interesting game. You wouldn't have liked it though, Tyler. It was like all text.
All text.
Yeah.
Coteries? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, it was-
Coteries?
Well, it was called coteries, and
That's a
since
weird
no one
word.
no one has ever heard of that word, so I realized that it must mean a place that sells coats.
Huh.
Nowadays, that's called Burlington Coat Factory.
Yeah, but that's one thing. Like vampire lore in general is filled with silly, old-fashioned words that nobody would ever use without feeling embarrassed.
But I don't think coteries is a vampire word. I just think it's a dumb word.
It can be both.
Yes.
Okay, I still have not gotten even one achievement yet.
You gotta
Way to go,
grade.
winners! C.
I guess.
Ouch.
It's
Your
true,
blood
Matt,
type is
because
C.
they're open during the day.
I don't even remember my blood type. That's the kind of thing you should know, huh? Why don't I have a tattooed on my arm?
I'm
or
A
something?
positive.
Yes, you do seem very positive. However, you just have to say I'm positive.
A positive.
You can't be a positive. That's
I'm A positive.
no, that's an adjective. You can't be an adjective. You're a noun.
I'm A positive. See,
He's so frustrating.
Wolfblade's a universal donor. He can give it to anybody.
Neat. I wish
Blood
I
banks
could
are
give it to
probably calling
anybody.
him like every other
I made
week.
people cut the yellow wires
Please.
with white to disarm bombs. We got a new mechanic now.
He kind of looks like an anorexic Fukuda.
Oh my gosh.
She's
It's
got
a
a
little
bomb
mini-
on her head.
It's a bomb disarming minigame. But the bomb doesn't go away after you disarm it, which is a little weird. You know, Tyler, we were teasing you about being bad at platformers earlier. But I heard you were okay at Spelunky.
I'm good at Spelunky. Heck yeah.
Why weren't you more happy that Spelunky is coming out this year?
Because it was supposed to come out last year.
Was it really?
Yep.
Well, dang.
Well,
They
they
need to
better
get with
not
it then.
put it back because of this whole thing.
Whoops, I beat the mission. I didn't even rescue anybody. So I
Good
kind of want to
job,
go see
Wolf.
it.
Good job.
Like when you click more, there's a leaderboard, but there's no one on the leaderboard, so that's interesting. Is the leaderboard temporarily broken, or is it just always going to be empty like that? Alright, I'm going to go back and look at those sound effects are annoying.
Well, I'm on the permanent do not give list.
Well, so am I, but we don't have to brag about it. Here we
It's
go.
sad.
Very
I
sad.
finally got off at the, courage to go give blood, and they're like, yeah, you had blood thinners 10 years ago when you had some surgery. Okay.
Aw. They're getting into the slave trade. Have you ever given blood, Tyler?
No.
Jeez, Tyler.
Kind of ooks me out with the blood going through those tubes and stuff. Ugh.
Oh, I didn't know you were so selfish.
Dude, it freaked me out too. As I said, I finally got up the nerve, and then it was like, nope.
It's true that when you give blood, there is like a long series of winding tubes all around the ceiling and stuff, and you can watch your blood slowly go through that.
Mm-hmm.
Every
It's
now
like
and then-
Frankenstein.
Yeah, sometimes you'll see like a little yellow chunk for some reason moving through the tube. But, I mean, that's no reason to be afraid to give blood, Tyler.
Gross.
They gave me a shirt anyway.
Hey, money. Well, I mean, that was cool of them. Not going to say anything. Here we go. So this time I'm collecting money out of safes. Matt doesn't like needles. You know, sometimes no one likes needles, you know, except for heroin addicts. But sometimes you just have to be a grown-up and get
There
your
are
shot.
some people who are addicted to
whatever.
needles, like tattoos. They aren't shooting up.
Well, how do you know? I would venture that a lot of addicts do have tattoos.
I would also venture to guess there are a lot of people who have tattoos that are not addicts.
Why are these enemies respawning over and over? Get away from me. So there was this movie where everybody was a vampire, and it was called Ultraviolet. Have you ever heard of Ultraviolet, Tyler?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it in the theater. It was one of the... I wasn't like super disappointed because I didn't have my hopes up for it like I would have had for like Man of Steel or Prometheus or Transformers 2 or Star Trek Into Dumbness, that kind of thing. But yeah, like in this movie, everybody is a vampire and no one drinks any blood. So like it's utterly pointless that they're vampires. It makes no sense. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Well, maybe they
released in the
can't
theater.
go out in the dark.
There's
I don't
other
know.
Or in
kinds
the,
of
in the light
vampires.
or whatever.
There's like
If they go out in the light, then they're basically not vampires unless it's like Vampire Diaries where they're wearing a special charm or something.
there's
But
psychic
it's-
vampires.
But I mean, it's like the whole world. Like, there's just no point in it. It's just a dumb action movie with very mild sci-fi elements that has nothing to do with vampires, but everybody's a vampire. Press X to shoot.
I like
Thank
the
you for letting me know.
Nosferatu.
Blade is cool.
Blade is okay. The CG in Blade.
Yeah, I know. That was never... What is it? Am I killing the hostage, like, by misshooting? Is that it?
I don't know. Try to find out.
Yeah, that is what it is. You can't shoot while they're still tied up. So note to self: don't do that.
Shoot
Oh
'em.
boy, I really messed up that bomb.
Time
You
bomb.
only click on the yellow ones. What's my problem? This time I got it. Boom. All right. I do like that there's a mini game for the time bomb. I don't know about the mini game for cutting the ropes off.
Yeah, I don't
Doesn't
get
add
it.
much.
It just bounces back and forth or whatever.
Well, I mean, you just jam on Y rapidly.
Oh,
What's
tough.
the point of it? Yeah, it's a little too simplistic. But the bomb one's good, so at least
the
there's
bomb
that.
one's cool.
There once was a game called Bionic Commando, and it had a bomb disarming mini game that was actually quite a hassle. So now what am I supposed to do? Have I not rescued everyone?
Kill all the vampires. It says right at the top.
Oh, thanks.
You've got 13 of the 15, so you're missing 2.
Okay, where's the rest?
Now you've got 3. Now
Shoot
you
those
got 2.
cameras.
Now you got 3.
Oh, you could break the cameras. How did I not know that?
I don't know. The
They
bright
also
red
keep
light might
spawning.
have.
The more that spawn, the more you have to kill.
0 achievements so far. This game is very stingy with achievements.
Destroy the
Destroy the
coffins.
coffins. That's true. Tyler, next week we're streaming a game called Coffee Talk. Do you know anything about that one?
I do not.
Well,
Coffee
there's coffee and there's
Talk.
talking.
Is it like overcooked?
I don't think it is. I think it... Hey, I finally got an achievement! USA. Kill 100 enemies.
Grows your completion percentage.
I know, for real. I'm not coming back to this one. Oh well. Ah! Dude, a big guy just spawned out of nowhere.
If I have to drink coffee, I'm out.
I don't like coffee either.
I don't like drinking coffee.
I
Yeah,
don't drink
Tyler,
coffee
haven't you
either.
been... Isn't that why you've been so sleepy lately, though, Tyler? Because you're not allowed
'Cause
to
I-
drink caffeine?
I quit drinking coffee when I converted.
That explains it. So they don't let you have caffeine anymore, right? Oh, I shot the hostage. Note to self, don't do that.
Yeah, the coffee drink. The only time I drank coffee was when I was in college and trying to cram for a test.
I drink like frappuccinos from Starbucks because they're delicious, but they're like mostly shake, like an ice cream shake, and then have very little like coffee stuff in them.
That is true.
Oh, Lindar.
What do you say? Hey,
It
Link.
says it can't have
good to see you.
caffeine.
Oh, because of his condition or something else?
It says you can't have it. I got off of it for about 3 years,
Ah! That guy shot a rocket at me.
and now I have like a soda maybe once or twice a week. So,
Really?
yeah,
That infrequently? Are you sure?
yeah. Think
And
so.
not like practically every day?
No.
Huh. What do you know? I think I would know these things.
Yeah.
I enjoy a few diet sodas a day, like maybe 3 or so.
I probably wouldn't even do 3 for a week.
I strongly prefer to have a soda or harder beverage with my meals. Like,
I like
it's
tea
not
a
very
lot,
good
though,
without that.
So I get caffeine from that.
Oh, that's true.
E.
Yeah, I love watching weird little monster guys drink blood.
So, do the letters mean anything, or they
Heaven,
just?
Heaven Smile says he drinks liquid butter.
That's one way to
weird.
go.
That'll kill you, Heaven Smile.
Like ghee?
That's why he wasn't around last week. Like 12 heart attacks that week. It's no good, Heaven Smile. Well, Tyler, I'm liking this game more than I thought, even though I'm not loving it. Blood barrels give extra health.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it's alright.
Blood barrels give extra health. Does that mean you're a vampire too?
I guess so. This is a world where everyone is a vampire, again, for no reason. If everyone's a vampire, then basically nobody's a vampire. So that's the whole problem with creating a world like that.
got lots of hearts now.
Where do you stand on werewolves, Tyler?
They're worse than vampires.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because vampires are sexy and werewolves aren't?
Oh!
Yeah, well, I mean, vampires kind of look cool. Werewolves are super boring. They just look like people with hair.
Well, sometimes they look more like big, misshapen wool. I mean, it really just depends on the movie or game or whatever it is, don't you think?
Yeah, but mostly they're pretty tame.
What about Taylor Lautner? That's true. Matt
Yeah,
is...
he's way better than vampires and werewolves.
Matt's standing for Taylor Lautner. Castlevania Lament of Innocence. You know, I played that for a little bit, but I didn't ever finish it.
I can't keep track of them. Those names are so terrible.
It was for PlayStation 2 and original Xbox. Where'd my straw go? It fell out of my cup, didn't it? Dang it. I'm enjoying some ginger ale, Tyler. How about you?
Nice. I have a spiced rum and Pepsi.
Ooh. That's a very spicy reply.
Thank you.
You haven't seen that.
No.
Werewolf.
You know I'm trying to play a game, right?
Yes.
So there was this movie series, you may have forgotten about it, Tyler, it's easy to forget, called Underworld. And like, when Underworld came out, I thought it sounded kind of neat, because it was like, oh, werewolves versus vampires. Nobody's ever done that in a movie. And then when it came out, Tyler... Yeah, and people seem to like her, although she certainly does not reveal anything that you might want to see in that movie.
I thought it was interesting that in those movies they just shoot them with two colors. They're like, all right, here's a dark blue and here's a black, and we'll use these two colors to shoot the movie, and then we won't use any other colors.
Yeah, and you just can't see anything. Like, they're horrendously blue. You know, like there's that modern trend of shooting everything, you know, adding a blue tint to everything. Those movies are literally just blue and black, just smears of blue and black all over the screen.
Yeah, you can't see what's going on. Nor is it terribly interesting, even if you could.
Yeah, definitely not. There are lots of guys named Dorian and Lucian, but otherwise it doesn't have anything going for it story-wise. But also, even though they're about vampires and werewolves not getting along, they're not really. Like, they're just you know, like dorky goth people shooting each other with machine guns. Like,
yeah, I couldn't actually tell you the plots of any of them. They're very uninteresting and unexciting.
But my problem was, it's not even like what you would imagine when you think of vampires and werewolves fighting. It's just goth people with machine guns. Like, why do they have guns? Like, that takes out away the whole point.
It's just an action movie. Just make them human at this point.
Yes.
Y'all do know the guns were filled with UV bullets, right?
That... I wish you didn't know that.
I do.
Women love vampires and werewolves, dude. You gotta accept it.
And they love them unquestioningly. Like, it can be like utter butt stain, like Underworld, and they're like, oh, you know, they're UV bullets. Sorry, I don't mean to be mean. But yeah, they do love them unquestioningly, and like whatever we might find unforgivably dorky, like for some reason they just don't question those things. Oops. Ah.
Yeah, I mean, Paul probably does have several steelbooks of Twilight, so.
How can I not? I mean, if they put a steelbook out, I have to have it. Wait a minute, no, that's not right. Those aren't vampires either, or werewolves.
No,
they're just nothing.
Ugh.
Stephanie Meyer, besides not knowing how human interaction works, doesn't know what a vampire is.
Thank you.
And somehow again, if you leave behind too much of the lore of what makes them what they are, then they're just not that anymore.
That was two high school people pining over religious hang-ups.
Yeah, and one is like
that was the whole thing.
One is like 100-year-old stalker too, stalking a teenager. So that's nice.
So you know what drives me insane about this game?
What's that?
Is that so? Like, you have to collect all these purple skulls for this level, and I think a lot of the skulls are hidden in the coffins and stuff.
Yeah.
And so you blow up the coffin, and they pop up just slightly higher than your characters. You have to jump every single time to grab them, and it's not like consistent jumping. Like, it's so easy to blow past one because it's not quite at your height.
I'm glad you noticed that, Tyler. I hadn't been able to put that into words. What's the point of it?
It's infuriating. Like, I think you've accidentally missed 2 just like for no reason, because they're just and they don't have very good magnetism either.
No,
like, they just need a bit more magnetism. I mean, I just constantly watch you walk past these purple skulls.
I like John Carpenter's vampire.
I haven't seen that. I would like to, though. He is my favorite director, after all. My favorite American director.
He introduced Gerard Butler.
Neat. I didn't know that.
Yep, he was the vampire.
Hello, this is Gerard Butler. Nice to meet you. Just like that. Longbox likes Near Dark. I've heard of that, but I haven't seen it. I would like to. And Heaven Smile, I think it was, who mentioned What We Do in the Shadows. That's quite a great movie. Brandy and I watched that together.
Aren't they making a TV show of it?
Yeah, there is a TV show of it on FX. It's supposedly very good. We own the first season on Vudu, but I haven't watched it yet. Ooh, In the Mouth of Madness. That is an excellent movie that has nothing to do with vampires or werewolves. It's just important to differentiate, because otherwise somebody will start thinking it does.
You know, I think my favorite vampire
Yay,
movie was
no time, thank you.
National Treasure with Nicolas Cage.
I like that.
Is that so, Tyler?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware that was a vampire movie.
What was it?
Yeah, it's a vampire movie.
What?
You just gotta hang on till the end to find out.
Aha! Nicolas Cage, vampire. Damsel was killed. This
He
one's
is wooden enough.
No time for games. That's very nice of you. Thank you for the donation. Yes, he can be very... Wow, no time for games is just throwing bits around. Look at all that. We're drowning in bits over here.
Yay!
Thank you, No Time.
Yeah.
Bitty bitty bits.
He's still doing it.
Does it make a sound? Like, I can't hear it, so...
Yeah, it makes a sound for me.
That's funny.
I don't know if he keeps doing that. You may have to go for the Mardi Gras thing.
Wasn't there like a
You show him some
Abraham
beans.
Lincoln Vampire Hunter movie or something like that?
Yeah, it's a pretty fun movie, too.
It's a fun movie. It's a good book.
Yeah, it's based on a
Actually,
book.
It's very... It's inventive. There was a whole set of books that came out that took basically supernatural stuff and mixed it with classic literature.
But that's not a classic book.
Well, no, that one isn't. But there was a whole...
Yeah,
it was
like the Pride and
Little
Prejudice
Vampire
and zombies
Woman.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
Pride
the
and
same
Prejudice
guy?
And zombies, and he did a lot of them, but not all of them.
This level's annoying.
But I kind of like the twist. My mom even liked Pride and Prejudice and zombies. She read it.
I need to watch that sometime. I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Remember that Western movie that had aliens in it? And Olivia Wilde and Harrison Ford?
Oh, yeah.
Cowboys and Aliens.
Yes.
Yeah, people didn't like that movie very much. I saw it in the theater and I thought it was okay.
I thought it was okay.
I mean, I saw it
never
at
saw
the
it.
Alamo Draft House, so I had a better time than a lot of people would have.
Yeah, it's okay. Olivia Wilde was worth staring at, so
Yeah, she's
Yeah, I mean,
hot.
it had pretty people in
yeah.
it, sure.
She's on House. Let's talk about House.
Who'd she play in House?
she is.
13.
Oh, that's an awful name.
It's a joke. House doesn't care about people, so he leaves her name that she was on the tryouts to be on his team.
Yep.
And she accepts it, which people would totally do in real life.
Yeah.
Her real character name is Remy Hadley.
Oh. Well,
I didn't even know her real name, so...
Yeah, I've watched House enough to know.
Tyler loves him some House.
She also directed that Booksmart movie. I guess she's a director now.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know that one.
You get a lot of opportunities when you happen to be, like, a ridiculously pretty person.
She is.
I watch
agree with you,
Booksmart.
Matt.
It's pretty decent.
Sure.
The first half's a lot better than the second half.
Is Booksmart a sequel to Get Smart?
It is not.
Dang.
It's
I
kind of
really
like a sequel to Superbad, but with females.
Oh.
And then I went back
Superbad.
and watched Superbad, and I don't remember why I used to ever like it so much.
You know, a little Michael Cera goes a long way, and the same with the fat guy for me.
Yeah, Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
It's a little like, I mean, I know this was like 17 years ago, I think, when it came out. It's like a long time, maybe like 14 years. But
Nice
it's a
how we
little
drew.
like, it's a little sexist. It's like there's certain scenes that are a little gross now.
I believe it.
And maybe I'm just a little bit older too, versus like, you know, being more immature and laughing at, you know, funny things. But
Well, it's good that you recognize those things, Tyler. I like that.
yeah, I'm pretty woke when it comes to, you know, all this stuff.
Speaking of which, I'm in a Bill and Ted Facebook group. You know, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and whatnot, and how they're making a part 3 and all those good things. And there's this YouTube lady, you know, this girl who's showing a lot of cleavage, and she's got this video like, is Bill and Ted 3 going to be woke or something like that? And like, she makes this video telling everyone that either it's going to be woke or it's not going to be woke. I can't even remember. But in the Bill and Ted group, the use of the word woke brought out a lot of truly horrible people who for some reason seem to like Bill and Ted.
Yeah, well, Facebook in general brings out pretty bad people. And Matt Wrestling is quoting my favorite Fleetwood Mac song, but it's also a Smashing Pumpkins song, which he quoted earlier, too. So maybe he's on a Smashing Pumpkins kick. I don't know.
Hey, I like
Smashing
Fleetwood Mac better.
Pumpkins.
Sorry.
Today. No, I
Not
can't do his
Smashing
voice.
Pumpkins.
Oh well. I can't make my voice that high pitched and whiny. I'll try though. I'll work on it off stream.
Congrats, guys. Oh, no.
What was my point, though?
No,
Oh yeah, but anyway,
the Bill and
yeah.
Ted wokeness.
I mean, is there anything not woke about Bill and Ted 1 and 2? Like, is there any reason to expect that it's going to be the anti-woke movie, you know? But there's all these horrible buttholes who are like, no, of course it's not woke, blah, 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 you know, like, woke people suck, blah. It's just like, oh yeah, it's going to be totally non-politically correct or something. Like,
Yeah, that's, like, I mean, I think that
what are you
there's this
expecting
weird
from a
concern
Hollywood
about,
movie?
like, every remake or retelling or, like, continuation that it's going to be like the super PC 2020 version of a show.
And it's like, well, what was there about the original that
Right.
that was,
That would have
you
been
know,
so bad.
Yeah, exactly. And in this case, and probably in a lot of cases, there wasn't anything like that. I mean, if it was a movie where, you know, they're like, I don't know, like really, was it a sexist or a racist movie? No. You know, so.
The only thing that I can think of offhand was that the stepmom had married the dad, and she had been like a senior when they were freshmen. So
That was
she was
hilarious.
definitely the trophy wife. But I mean,
That's just a thing that exists. I
and
don't
it's
think
not
there's
bad. I
yeah,
mean,
there's
it's
nothing
just-
woke or not woke about it. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
just,
I mean, I bet I could find something. Generally, with most movies that are like 30, 40 years old, you can find something that's a little bit hasn't aged, you know, with the times. It's a little bit. It was relevant at the time, but it's maybe less relevant now. But it's not like something that Bill and Ted is known for.
for real, it's not. I mean, you could argue that like it portrays bad guys like Genghis Khan in a positive light or something, but
well, and then you're
That's
going
not
with
the point.
nationalism too. I mean, you know, sometimes people we think are, you know, bad guys in their own countries are.
well, yeah, it would be like the pillaging and stuff. Like
Yeah.
pillaging, most of us would agree is not a good
Oh
thing
yeah,
to do.
no, but
So in this level, I think it should maybe like make a bigger deal about what the level objective is, other than just having it floating at the top center. You know, maybe like before the level, destroy the cameras in big letters just to make sure you noticed. Yes, that would have been so cool, Heaven Smile. Bill and Ted and Wayne's World crossing over would be really neat. Bill and Ted are slightly more realistic characters, you know? They're just believably dumb people, and the people in Wayne's World are more like specifically comedically crafted characters.
I think
And
so.
they're older guys in costume, you know, like an obvious costume. I don't know.
Phil Sophis.
I keep hearing that they want to make a new Austin Powers movie, but it never happens.
I kind of hope they don't.
Me either.
Mike Myers needs this, Tyler.
I mean, Mike Myers has some pretty classic characters in his repertoire. Like, he doesn't need
So I married
else.
an axe murderer.
I mean, he needs something new. What else is he going to do? He's like the host of the Gong Show.
He had to have made like $100 billion on those Austin Powers movies.
True, he's very rich.
Bill and Matt's Excellent Adventure. I like this.
Interesting.
Paul and Matt's.
But a
Never
lot of comedy movies that they've remade, like Dumb and Dumber and the new Zoolander and the new Anchorman, like they're all really pretty bad.
Is Anchorman that bad? How am I supposed to...
I hated Anchorman. I swear to God, you're playing these levels that have the exact same layout.
I don't see how to get past those lasers. Can I just go through them?
This level definitely has the same layout that you've played 2 or 3 times.
Like,
Hack the servers.
but it doesn't do anything.
Oh yeah, he also made another $100 billion playing Shrek. So yeah, Mike Myers is fine.
Well, it's not that he doesn't have money, but his career. Think of his career.
Maybe
career's
he's happy.
fine.
I mean, he's got some iconic characters he'll always be known as.
Dana
so-
Carvey needs a comeback.
Oh,
Yes.
definitely. Dana Carvey was so great. Then he got his own movie, and it was terrible.
I mean, are you talking about
Ooh.
the movie where he was a turtle or whatever?
Master of Disguise, yes.
Yeah,
It's
but I mean, he was
inexcusably bad.
already pretty much washed up by that point.
True, but I always loved him, so I was just
He's
so
funny
excited
on
for
Saturday
it.
Night Live, and he's funny on Wayne's World, but
Yeah.
Darker player? I like that idea.
I got to figure out how to beat this level because I'm just not getting it.
yeah, Wayne's World 3, I think they could maybe make work. I just don't think they can make Austin Powers 4
Beaster
work.
says what?
I mean, Austin Powers 2 and 3 are mostly just rehashes of the original jokes anyway. They're still funny, but
Yeah, I mean, I saw 3 in the theater and I wasn't disappointed. I actually snuck in, so it's not like I paid for it, but...
illegal.
Yeah, me and a group of friends, I won't go into how we pulled it off, but I don't see what to do very easily to get through this level, and it's getting on my nerves. Like, we may have to... Is there anything else to do in this game other than what we're doing right now? Because
You
otherwise
need
we're
to
gonna...
hack the servers. There's 4 of them. You need to hack them.
I know, but you have 22 seconds, and there's bad guys everywhere, and every
You
time
only
you
have
pass
22
it...
seconds? I didn't
Yes,
notice that.
like the timer starts immediately. Yeah, just pay attention. Just to show off how this is a bad level, like bad level design. Let's...
I was wondering why you were rushing so fast through it.
Yeah, because
I was too.
Look, you start right next to it. Okay, it's 28
It's 28
seconds,
seconds.
but I mean, there's
Oh, you
every
can't,
time
like,
you...
Okay, you can't like defuse that bomb or anything.
Right, I can't do anything because there's a laser grid in between me and it. And then I pass all these other time bombs, and then if they go off, it ends at level 2. So how the hell am I supposed to get over there? I don't... Oh, I can almost do it this time. Oh, I finally did it. Now they're going to kill me
Nice.
anyway. But it's still a very annoying level.
Oh, so and now you have to go back and beat
Yeah,
the
and
rest of the level.
And I took hits getting over there and crap. So,
Huh.
I mean, if they're going to have you do this, it should be the only thing you have to do in the level.
Right. I see what you're saying. Reminds me of those of GoldenEye 64. To unlock some of like the cheats, you had to like beat the levels in ridiculously fast times, and so you'd have to play them like 1,000 times before you could get like the perfect layout to get them
Ooh,
to get it done and to have everything go your way.
that
It
sounds
was actually
frustrating.
fun when like, I mean, especially with Nintendo 64, there was like 2 games per year, so you would spend 6 months on each game, so it gave you something to do. But that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, just try over and over, and
Right,
eventually
just
you'll get
over and over and over again. And running through the enemies, like, you didn't have time to kill anyone. Like, there was 2 guys that you maybe had time to headshot, and if you missed a headshot, then you were screwed, and if you missed this, you were screwed, and yeah.
it. Well, I'm glad it's not just me who feels this way. So now I'm trying to get through the level. If I die, I'm going to be very annoyed. I've got this flying vampire lady, and the big boss, like, bruiser guys keep appearing. They're not bosses, but they're...
I didn't guys see that.
I guess I don't actually need to be up there anymore.
What was that
But-
game called? It was based on a cartoon on Comedy Central.
Ugly
and-
Americans?
What's that?
Ugly Americans.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I love that cartoon. The game was alright. Hey, I actually beat the level.
And it had like zombies and like a vampire and all that stuff.
That's definitely Ugly Americans. Like, it's full of monsters, and like the main character's girlfriend is a super sexy demon.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought that thing floating. That's what that thing floating reminded me of.
Oh yeah, it does kind of remind me of that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they made like just a twin stick shooter weird game of it. That, I mean, it wasn't the worst game I ever played.
It it had like genuine cinematics from the show. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, they were created just for the game, but it was the real cartoon in the game, real voice acting and all that.
Yeah. So it already beats that Gigantosaurus game.
That's true, it does. Also, I reviewed the Ugly Americans game for Co-Optimus back in the day.
Yeah, that's right. I remember playing that. And then South Park had a couple games come out on 360. I was just thinking back, like, I would love to replay some of those games. Like, the platformer wasn't the best, but the tower defense one was really cool.
Yes, that tower defense game was great.
Yeah, it was. It really was. I'd love to play that again. I wonder if it's backwards compatible on Xbox One.
That's a good question. Did it come out on PC either, or was it Xbox exclusive?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I ever made it through all of the platformer. It was like ridiculously long. And like it was stupid until they patched it. Like if you wanted to do everything, you would have to play it multiple times or play with multiple people. Because like Kenny had a certain power and Cartman had a certain power, and like you couldn't switch between them.
Yeah, I remember how everybody said it was really hard, and then they got a patch.
Yeah, they made it so you could change characters on the fly, which was nice for single player.
Nice.
So yeah, South Park Stick of Truth is amazing. Like, it's not the most fun game ever. It is very easy, but it's so funny. It's like the funniest video game I've ever played by far.
I only played a little bit of it, but I was quite impressed by the humor.
Yeah, it's fantastic. The sequel's not nearly as good. The combat's a little better, but everything else suffers.
It took them quite a while to get that sequel out. It kept getting pushed back.
Yeah, I got pushed back a bunch of times. Well, I think it was part of like originally going to be a THQ game before THQ like folded and something. I can't remember.
Poor THQ. But now that THQ is gone, their games are still coming out, aren't they? Like Saints Row and...
Yeah, well, that one company bought...
Dark something.
That Nordic company bought basically all their licenses and then changed their name to THQ Nordic.
Yeah, that's right. I feel like this game would be more interesting if it had lots of different kinds of enemies and they weren't all supposed to be vampires.
Yeah, what do those signs say, Icky?
Elevator, do not enter. In this game or in something else?
It just says elevator, do not enter. In this game, there's some neon signs that have Chinese markings on them.
You okay over there, Brandy?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm holding up your green screen.
Yeah, my green screen keeps falling back and it messes with the colors. It's nice of her to do. Oh, so you can't...
I'm watching this vampire thing, too.
This... Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I would do very well at this game.
It's pretty okay.
It's alright. I mean, yeah, it's there's definitely a lot worse games out there than this when it comes to indie games.
Is there any particular reason it should be like in this puzzle platformer format where the levels are real short? I guess you can reuse the same few environments.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think they recycle layouts too, and I think that's maybe part of it. It's almost like they wanted to maybe make it like a speedrunner, like how fast can you hack the 4 keypads, and then like there'd be leaderboards with times and stuff for each level. But then they kind of gave up on that. But yeah, like why are there skulls floating around when you need to hack the keypads? Like what do the skulls do for you at that point?
They keep your combo going, but who cares? Like,
right, the point. Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot about the points altogether. Maybe it was supposed to be like a speedrunning points thing.
Ow. Hey, I found a keypad. That's 1 out of 4 keypads.
Is
And
it on
they've-
the back wall over there?
Even though they're supposed to be vampires, they all have guns. And again, that's not what
Go
vampires are known for. You saw another one?
Is that a keypad?
Yeah, this is. Okay, that's 2 keypads. I wish it was a little more giving with the achievements. I'd probably feel happier about it.
Spaghetti with cream cheese and sour cream.
Oh, why? Who's talking about such
Matt.
horrible things?
Sounds interesting, but it doesn't sound awful.
That sounds awful to me.
Well, it sounds like a spaghetti. I mean, I would probably remove the sour cream. I don't know. It sounds like a spaghetti lasagna.
Is he in trouble? Like, what did you do wrong? I'm sorry, Matt. Are you going to be ungrounded next week?
Oh my gosh.
That's actually, you know, at my job at the school, they said I could either resign or eat what you were just talking about.
You chose to resign.
Yeah. It was
The only
lesser of
sad
two
thing
evils.
about all this is he doesn't like cheesecake.
I don't
That's
really
true.
like cheesecake either.
I love cheesecake.
Or cream cheese frosting.
Jesus
That's okay.
spaghetti.
I could deal without the cream
Yeah,
cheese
I don't like
frosting,
cream cheese frosting either. Nice, Tyler.
But
My man. Destroy the coffins.
cheesecake, I'm all over that.
Jesus spaghetti. I don't know. I mean, I feel like you could make those things work.
Cheese. I mean, I've had spaghetti. I actually don't even like cheesy sauces myself.
Nope.
But like, I know people like cheesecake, so I can't talk trash about cheesecake. But hey, I destroyed the electricity.
That was probably it, Matt. He got splinters in his tongue and it was all over.
Oh, that's terrible. Ew. I didn't mean. Hey, that woman is the United States Secretary of Education. Just kidding.
No, you have better taste.
Yes,
Anyway,
sure. Ah. Kill the vampires. I mean, I guess at least they mix. I don't know if I would like it better if the objective was always the same, like if it was always just kill all the enemies. I guess I don't get much pleasure out of the rotating objectives myself.
Yeah, they're not. They don't have enough variety that they actually affect the gameplay in any way. Because
do
you
they
still have
ever
to kill
tell you
most of the
why
guys.
they're all in this
Yeah.
burnt out facility of crappiness?
Yeah, all the environments are. I mean, the levels are super boring. Like, besides just reusing the same layouts over and over, the environments, they're just burnout buildings. Like, oh boy, more burnout buildings.
I was just wondering if they ever told you why.
Maybe. I mean, there's some kind of story. I'm just not paying attention to it. Because it's full of guys named Lucian and whatnot. I don't care about that. Lucian Darkmoor, that's his last name.
Hey.
And his friend Dorian Blackwell. Anyway.
Blackwell.
Hostage was killed. The hostage mechanic isn't like. Have you ever played a game like Shinobi or Michael Jackson's Moonwalker or something? Like games that have hostages don't have it to where you can accidentally kill them with your projectiles. 2D games like this.
It doesn't fit the flow of the game at all.
Yeah, definitely not. Like, you
Like
should be able to run around
your
and shoot.
objective is to kill the vampires. Like your objective isn't to save the hostages. So who cares if they die?
Yeah, you're right. What do they
Well, I mean,
matter?
I've seen games where it's like, you know, you get extra points for each hostage, or you won't get as many because 3 of them died or something. But,
That'd be fine, but
you know.
Douching with Lucian Aaron Sunday nights.
perfect.
The Lucian Dushin.
Vampire
That's
fans
pretty
will love
funny.
it.
Lucian Dushin level. Did you kill that last night?
I always think
Totally did.
I always think of Lucian and Dorian, but there's got to be another one that would go along with
Vlad. Vlad Tepish. It all goes back to Vlad Tepish.
it. Well, yeah, but no, I mean one that like is a common name for characters that
Oh,
aren't.
gotcha.
You know, just the dorky goth guy name.
Dorian.
Right, we got Dorian and Lucian. What else is there? Lucius, but that's too simple.
Yeah.
Ah, Kill the Vampires.
What was that dude's name in the one that you didn't like? Victor. His name was Victor.
Victor, yeah, I guess. I don't know, like, there's non-dorky people named Victor, but it is a common one in stories like this.
Well, it's also Victor Frankenstein, so...
Yeah.
You know, you get it that way, too.
How do you feel about...
Azrael, yes.
Azrael, oh god.
Sounds
Tyler,
more
how do
like an angel to me.
Yeah, that's
Azrael
true.
was an angel,
Or the bad guy
actually.
from Batman. Isn't there a Batman bad guy named Azrael? I think there is.
No, it's the cat in the Smurfs.
Yeah, Gargamel's cat.
It's Gargamel.
Perfect.
That's Azrael every time. It's a cat.
Well, I mean, there's nothing
Cat's
wrong.
cool.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Gargamel's cat.
I always like it when he got fed up with Gargamel. Anyway,
It's been a while since I've seen it.
Saint Dumas.
Little known fact, there's a bunch of animated Smurfs movies in France that we never got in English, period.
I never knew this.
Yes.
I love the Smurfs.
Yeah, we're talking classic 2D animation, not like the awful Sony movies.
Hey, Sony is a fantastic company that only does things correctly.
That's something I could expect Stotcher Sage to say.
Oh.
Oops.
One more
anybody
vampire,
gets-
kill that vampire and you're done.
Seriously? Thank God. Ugh.
And here you are defusing things. You're gonna accidentally shoot a hostage or something stupid.
Yeah.
Funny. There should be a separate button for shooting and hitting, but then it would make it easier not to hit the hostages. Okay, how close are we to the last contest round? Because I've had my fill of vampire shooting for the day. Nail your own coffin. But I have to say, the developer, the indie developer, what was her name? Like, I don't want to get it wrong. The
Look it
indie
up.
developer, Screwtape Studios. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, like, Swish Dive or something. That would have been
Did you
weird.
get quieter or did my headset get wonkier?
I don't think I'm quieter, Tyler.
I like the style of the game. I just...
It's just too repetitive. It needs
Yeah.
more environments, and some of the mechanics need some work. Like we said, the hostage killing mechanic is out of place. It's just creating artificial or pointless challenge. So, destroy the coffins. What do I have to do? Ow.
Yeah, that's how you died last time in this one. It went...
Ow. Don't run up to the barrel and hit it. I gotta remember that.
Barrel's bad.
Okay, but what did Icky say about the
BB.
contest?
I have no idea. 1 minute. Hey, tech
Nice.
guy.
There's
Platinum-
Simius.
I think PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 have tons and tons of good games as well, Platinum, so I don't know.
We
Can't
actually
go beyond
started crapping on Sony due to the Smurfs movies.
that. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Simius.
They're not that good.
So to be fair, it was justified in the beginning. But then we have people
True.
saying the PS2 was the last good PlayStation console. So.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to say, no offense. Ah, but Simius, it's good to see you.
Yeah, there's like a 3D Smurf movie, right? Like a blended animation and non-animation or whatever.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Live action and CG Smurfs. I saw the first one in the theater. I was
With
taken
Doogie
along to
Howser.
it. Yeah.
I'm sure they were going for like the because didn't that Chipmunks movie make like $1 bajillion?
Yes, it was trying to be like that. I mean, you might as well call them the same movie. But I will say Hank Azaria from The Simpsons was a very good Gargamel.
Yes.
Oh, was he Gargamel?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's funny.
Yeah, that was good casting.
Don't forget.
Oh, I was killed. Don't forget what?
That was Mr. Min.
What?
Mr. Min, Hank Azaria.
Oh.
Wasn't he?
Was he? I
Yes.
haven't seen that in a long time.
He's a mystery man.
Nice. That movie was before its time. Like, if it came out right now, it
Yeah.
probably would do a little better.
It's
True.
true. Absolutely.
Well said. It's also a dark movie. I don't know. They could have given it a little bit of light, a little bit of color.
Agree with that. I think it was trying to look kind of like Blade and stuff.
Weird Al.
Maybe.
That sort of aesthetic was popular back then. What's this about Weird Al? Oh, Weird Al Yankonit's here. Good to see you, dude.
And Weeble here.
And Weebu here, of course. Can't forget the Weebs. Is anything coming out next week, Tyler, game-wise? Anything cool?
I don't think so.
Well, that's
At
too
some
bad.
point, Last of Us 2 is coming out. They got a new release date, but I don't know when it is.
June sometime.
Yeah.
Definitely June.
A Civic? Weird Paul.
Ah, hey, I survived that. Yeah, I mean, now that the game is more challenging, I don't know. Is that good or bad?
Remember that game Blood Rain Betrayal?
You know, I never played
remember
any of the
there's
Blood
something about
Rains.
that.
I remember she was a sexy character. She was designed to be sexy anyway.
The only one I played was 2D, and everyone hated it because it was hard, and it was really hard. But I like hard games, then for people who like hard games, it was really pretty good.
Ah,
So, like, if she was sitting in that chair and you shot her, she would be dead. But once you release her, she's not dead.
yeah, I can shoot them. It's weird how that works, but
Wow.
it's just the way it is.
Yep.
Just the way it goes. Alright, we're going to beat this last level, guys. We're not going to give up.
I
I
don't
could drop
remember
through
the song,
floors.
Kevin Smile. I'll have to look
You
it
have
up on
two
YouTube.
coffins.
By the Offspring? No, what's he talking about?
From Blood Rain Betrayal.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it had this like it just had a really good combat system for a 2D game.
ow. Was it from the regular Blood Rain developers or somebody different?
I don't know. Might have been from your precious Way Forward.
They do make a lot of good games that way forward. Is there any hostages over here? Yeah, I finally beat that hard mission.
Yay!
Please, no more. Counts how many attempts you've got. But look, best times. Let's go back to an old level and see if we can actually find some leaderboard scores. 'cause
Yeah, it's from
weird.
Way Forward.
Neat.
Destructoid gave it a 2 out of 10.
Youch.
Yeah,
I'm
it
actually
was
almost done with the game.
It was really polarizing.
Oh
but
no,
it
there's
was-
episodes. That's
It was
right.
really good. Oh, it was Jim Sterling who reviewed it.
Well,
There's probably one little tiny thing about it that he didn't like, so he focused on it for a 20-minute video and then gave it a 2 out of 10.
yes, any one little thing he doesn't like, he'll just massacre it based on that.
Yep.
Okay, I've beaten this level before. Looking at the leaderboards, they just don't work. Like, there's no local score even, and I already. So what's going on with that?
Maybe you need to update the game.
It's Xbox, so it would have automatically updated. The game I was going to pre-stream on the Switch, that had to update and it took too long, so we pre-streamed something different. Man.
Oh yeah, I
four-
forgot you're not on Switch.
Yeah, not. Although this game is on Switch.
Yeah.
Gavin Duty says he didn't get a whisper. By the way, hey Gavin Duty, we're glad you came back. He's followed us last week. Very nice of you to come back. Yeah, just so everybody knows, we do Saturday Game School every Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. We go for 90 minutes. We give out some free games. Always a different game that we stream. It's a lot of fun. And by the way, Gavin Duty, if he won, being a new user, will need to provide his email address so we can add him to the newsletter, because contest winners need to be subscribed to the newsletter. Way to go, Weebu Hair!
Congrats, Weebu.
Man, I hate just being on a blank screen, but I also don't want to play anymore. I should at least finish this episode, because I'm only 4 levels left into the episode, and I guess there's 3 or something. So you got a pretty good number of levels.
Yes, but it's the same thing.
Kill the vampires. Weird,
Yeah.
look,
I'll check out what Amaranth and Velvet 7 is doing.
why are they invincible? I don't know what's going on. These ones right at the start are invincible. Just blow up, I don't care. That's too bad, Lindar. Runs fine on Switch, good to hear.
Amaranth is shaking her head weirdly.
Who's Amaranth again?
I think that's how you say her name. She's like redheaded. She does the ASMR stuff sometimes.
Ugh. That's almost the worst thing you could possibly stream.
Yeah, but she whispers like this and then she ruffles the microphone.
I can't hear what you're saying.
That's
Very
the point.
calming.
See?
Yeah, that was super relaxing, Tyler. Thank you.
Yeah, and then Velvet is playing a video game of some sort, but it doesn't
Hey.
look familiar.
I mean, that's more like it.
Team
Step
Fight
up for her.
Tactics? I don't know what Team Fight Tactics is. Probably a game that she is being paid to play.
I would imagine so, given how many followers she has and the fact that who cares about that game.
Yep. Well, even the name Team Fight Tactics sounds like it's like
Very commercial.
trying to steal, like, yeah, it's like League of Legends. It's like, hey, we have strategy and team fighting tactics, and it has the LOL TFT. Yeah. Would be my guess, but what do I know?
Not a whole lot, Tyler. Not a whole lot. But that's why we love you.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Platinum.
What? What do you say?
I had no idea what that meant.
Who are we going to raid?
Nobody's gonna raid anything.
We always raid somebody at the end of the stream.
That
It's
said raid Shadow Legends.
You gotta put, like, the headphones on your microphone and then just, like, rub paper towels against your hands, Paul, for like an hour and a half.
Why not? Oh,
That'll
I'm going to
go.
die just because of the...
That'll get the fans in.
Okay, well,
Oh, no.
I'll be able to beat this. We've been playing... What's this game called? Damsel? It's called Damsel. It doesn't really have much to do with damsels other than that you are playing as a female character. So I think the name could be more appropriate for the subject
Well, her
matter.
name is Damsel.
But I mean, that's Damsel makes you think of like knights in shining armor and stuff. You know, saving a princess or playing as the princess who needs to be saved. And this,
Maybe.
I don't know.
Good. They should have called it Damsel.
Oh.
Hey,
okay.
that would fit more with the weird post-apocalyptic vibe they've got going.
That's right.
Okay, so I mean, it plays pretty well. The levels are nice and short. Yeah, a little bit of it goes a long way for me, but I could see playing in short sessions, like for half an hour, and then coming back to it. You know, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
So, it's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. Tyler, thank you for hanging out on mic.
Yep. Happy to be here.
You did a great job tonight, Tyler. That's what we like to hear from you. Brandy, thanks to you as well.
Always.
Icky ran the contest like a boss.
Awesome.
Great hanging out with you all. I love you. And remember, don't hate. Appreciate.
See you guys.
Bye.
That ought to hold those little SOBs.
Those SOBs. Bye, BX Latino. Bye, Heaven Smile. Ectotastic. Jono. Icky. Gavin Duty. Matt Wrestling. Thanks for tuning in, Matt. Who else? Graph Attack. Yes, Graph Attack is here. Philosophy. Dr. Smoka. Mongbot. Jono. All the warriors. Lots of great people hanging out. Yay, there's Dr. Sabola. You're the man. I'll email you soon, I promise.